proposed rules by Education Secretary Betsy DeVos, obtained by the New York Times, could strengthen protections for students accused of sexual misconduct and reduce the potential liability of schools. It comes, of course, at a time when a number of major universities are dealing with serious abuse allegations. With the new school year comes the possibility of new rules. A report overnight from the New York Times revealing Education Secretary Betsy DeVos is proposing new policies aimed at dealing with sexual misconduct on campus. The rules obtained by the Times, but not independently verified by NBC News, would reportedly allow schools investigating misconduct to require more proof, potentially making it more difficult to find accused students guilty. They would also narrow the definition of sexual harassment, limiting it to the most severe acts. Schools would only be held accountable for formal complaints and conduct that happened on campus. In a statement to NBC News, the Department of Education says we are in the midst of a deliberative process, calling any information in the Times report premature and speculative. With the growing Me Too movement empowering victims of sexual misconduct to step forward, some worry this will push them back into the shadows.
I think that these policies, if this is what the regulation turns out to be, will absolutely prevent survivors from coming forward.
The move comes a year after Secretary DeVos first announced plans to overhaul the Obama administration's 2011 guidance for schools, saying it failed too many students. DeVos and others argued the Obama-era rules stacked the odds against the accused and put an unfair burden on schools.
Survivors, victims of a lack of due process, and campus administrators have all told me that the current approach does a disservice to everyone involved.
The president of the National Coalition for Men voiced support for the administration's approach, saying, "We're very hopeful that their resulting modifications will be fair to everybody." But President Obama's education secretary, Arne Duncan, said last night the proposals are a step backward.
Any attempt by the current administration to roll back protections for those who are victims of sexual assault on campus, honestly, it's a little mind-boggling to me. I just can't understand it.
The possible changes come as major universities deal with explosive scandals. Two women who say they were victims of sexual misconduct by fellow students at Texas A&M told Today back in June their university wasn't doing enough.
I was more hurt by the way A&M treated me.
At the time, the university responded, saying, "We care deeply about our students and are committed to a safe, secure environment." The school recently outlined new actions it's taking to deal with the issue. Now, these proposed rules cover all levels of education, from colleges all the way down to elementary schools, where, for example, a teacher might be accused of misconduct. There will reportedly be a public comment period. And again, the Department of Education says, guys, that the proposed rules are still a work in progress.
The timing is interesting. I mean, kids are going back to school right now.
It's fall. And actually, if you look at sexual assaults, they actually rise in the summer and fall. A study back in 2007 found more than 50% of assaults happened between August and November. So this is the time to be looking at the issue.
We'll see where it all shakes out. Kate, thank you very much.